Hello and welcome to the Year 5 and 6 Literacy Workshop. Usually we like to ask our parents to come in for our workshops, but due to obvious reasons we can't this year, so we're doing the next best thing, which is our virtual workshop. My name is Mr Jones. These are the other members of staff that make up the Year 5 and 6 team, and you'll get to see them as we go through the workshop. Now, the purpose of this workshop is first of all to help parents and carers at home feel that they can support their children with their literacy. Secondly, is to provide you with some resources, and from watching this video you'll be able to claim yourself your goodie bag, which will be packed full of things that we talk about in a bit more detail throughout this session. Thirdly, highlight some of the online tools that we use, and Miss Shepherd will also run through these with the digital workshop that she's going to be completing. And lastly, is to clarify what the school will provide during a lockdown or period of isolation. Now, from the board you can see, no matter what situation, your child will be supported, whether that be through individual isolation, whole class contact group isolation, or whole school closure lockdown as well. And that is the way that the school will provide support for your child.
Hi, I'm Mrs Hard and I'm one of the Year 5 teachers. I'm going to talk you through some of the numeracy activities that we do at St Julia's Primary School, but we thought it'd be quite nice to warm up with a joke first. Have you heard the latest statistic joke? Probably. What do you call an empty parrot cage? A polygon. And what is a maths teacher's favourite holiday destination? Times Square.
Hello, I'm Miss Campbell. I'm one of the Year 5 teachers as well. We know supporting your child at home can be difficult if you're not sure the methods that we use in school, so the next couple of slides are going to talk you through some methods that we use to teach multiplication and division. The first one we're going to look at is grid method.
One of the methods we use for multiplication is the grid method. So you partition your number. So starting with 342, we have partitioned that into 340 and then 2. And then we put the number we're multiplying in the column underneath. We then start with the first number. So we start with 5 times 300. Now, if we know that 5 times 3 is 15, we can see that we've got the 2 zeros in the question, which means we have to multiply our answer by 100, which gives us 1,500. Then we do the same for the next column. So we do 5 times 40, so 5 times 4 is 20. Then we got the 1 0, which shows we have to times the answer by 10, so that becomes 200. And then the last one is 5 times 2, which is 10. And then you got your 3 answers, and then you add those up, which eventually will give you 1,710. You can also use grid method to multiply 2-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers, or even 3-digit numbers by 3-digit numbers. But we are going to look at a 2-digit by a 2-digit now. So you do the same sort of thing. You draw your grid and then you partition both of those numbers. So I partition 35 into 30 and into 5, and then 24 into 20 and 4. We then use our known multiplication facts to do 20 times 30, which gives us 600. 20 then times by 5, which is 100. 4 times by 30 gives us 120. And then 4 times by 5, which gives us 20. When we've got our 4 answers, we add them together, and that will give you the final answer to your calculation. So 600 add 100 is 700. Add another 120 gives us 820. And add that final 20 for your final answer, which would be 840.
Okay, we've also got some videos now to show you how we tackle division in Year 5 and 6. So the first videos that we're going to look at are the number line method of division.
So we'll take the calculation 33 divided by 3. We'll put 0 at the start of our number line and 33, which is where we want to get to at the end of our number line. We'll then make some jumps. We're counting in 3s. So 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33. We then need the children to add up the lumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the answer is 11. 33 divided by 3 is 11. So we can also use the number line to help us to divide with larger numbers. If we look at 63 divided by 3, we're going to put the 63 at the end of the number line and start with 0. Rather than making lots of little jumps in 3s all the way to 63, we can start to take chunks out. Now I know that 10 lots of 3 takes me to 30. So So if I do another chunk of 10, that's another 30, so that's 60. I then only have to get to 63, so I'm going to do one jump, which takes me to 63. So then I add up the numbers on the top. We've got 10, add 1, so the answer is 21. Okay, so let's look at a larger division sum now. We've got 565 divided by 5. We're going to put the 565 at the end of our number line and a 0 at the start. We could then jump along in 5s until we get to 565. That would obviously take us quite a long time, so we would encourage children to take chunks out. Now, I know that 100 times 5 takes me to 500, which is a big chunk out of the division calculation. I then know that 10 times 5 is 50, so that takes me to 550. I can then jump along in 5s, 555, 560, 565. I've then got to add up my numbers on the top, so 100, add 10, add 3. So the answer is 113.
Okay, so having watched the video, that makes you eligible for one of our goodie bags. Inside the goodie bags, there are lots of resources there to help you support your child at home. One of the resources being 100 Square. We put 100 Square in there. We thought it'd be quite nice for your child to identify prime numbers, to identify multiples of a times table that they may be practicing. It can be used to add 10, so you can point to a number, practice adding 10, practice adding 20 by doing 2 jumps down. And you have counters in your pack which can be used to support that activity as well.
At the moment in Year 5 and 6, we've got a big push on our times tables because times tables underpin a lot of what you do in numeracy. So you'll find in the pack a multiplication square, which will help them learn in their times tables, and also when you're doing your grid method and your division that we've showed you earlier on in the video. Also though, children will be aware and used to going online and looking at videos and watching times table songs, which they really enjoy as well. So keep practicing those times tables, because if they do, they can then earn their times tables bands and get their gold.
The next part of our video, we're going to show you 2 of the games that are included in the goodie bag.
Learn your times table is playing games, and we put in your pack some multiplication connect 4 games, okay? So I've got one here, we've also got one on the board. I'm going to play with Esther now. So Esther, do you want to go first and roll your dice? You've got to times it by 7, and then you can colour in one of the answers. That's it, colour it in, you're red, and I'll go blue. So I'm going to roll my dice. If I got 10, 10 times 7 is... Ooh, 10 times 7, can someone help me out? Macy? 70. So I've got to look for a 70 and colour in a 70. In your pack you've got counters to use, so you can put your counters on the board. Roll again, Esther. We've got 6, so 6 times 7. Ooh, gone red. Let's go back a second, that's alright. There you go. 42, good girl. I'm going to roll again. Ooh, 7 sevens, help me out. What are 7 sevens? Megan? 49. 49, so I'm going to look for one really close to mine, so I need to get 4 in a row. So I'm going to go for that one there. Okay? Okay then, Esther, you could, Emma, you can turn that one off a second. So I got 4 times 7. And I can connect 4 there. I've got 4 in a row. So, sorry Esther, beaten by the teacher.
3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 times 7 is 14. 12 times 7 is 84. The first one to get 4 in a row is the winner of the game.
Another game you can play at home to help you with any type of maths that you're practicing is the ladders game. Now all you're going to need, and this is in your pack, is your ladders and the dice, which will also be in your pack. Now lots of you, I think at home, already know how to play ladders, but you can play very basic. Ordering your numbers from 1 to 10. You can do it with your times tables. You can do decimal point numbers as well. So there's lots you can do with ladders. The aim of the game is in pairs to get from the bottom of your ladder to the top of your ladder by rolling dice, generating numbers, and putting them from smallest to largest, or in ascending order, as we call it in school. Okay? If you were going to start with just ordering your numbers, you would take it in turn to roll your dice. So if I rolled a 2, I've got to decide where I'm going to put that on my dice. So if I'm going from smallest to largest, where do you think I should put that 2? Yeah, probably on the lowest rung there. So I put the 2 there, then my partner would have a go and roll their dice as well. If I rolled a 2 again, we've got a bin down the bottom. We can only use the number 1. So once I rolled it once, if I roll it again, it goes into my bin. Okay? You can try it by playing with your times tables as well. So we're practicing lots of different times tables in school at the minute. But if we were doing our 8s, we could roll our dice, and I'm going to roll a 2 again. So 2 times 8. So you're going 2 times 8. It's easier. 16. So where do you think I might put my 16 now on my ladder here?
Probably in the second spot, since it's, if you're doing 8, you can't do it anywhere else because you've already put it in the bottom. So you have to put it in the second.
Yeah, I could put it on the second one. Why wouldn't I put 16 at the top of my ladder then, Eva?
Because you could get larger numbers.
You can also play the dice game, generating your times tables. Oscar and Charlie here are doing their 7 times tables. Use 2 dice, you can generate decimal point numbers. So Jackson's going to be 2.2 and find somewhere to put that on his ladder. Also play the game with 3-digit numbers. So roll in 3 dice to generate a 3-digit number. Put the numbers in any order and then find somewhere on your ladder. If you've only got 1 dice, you could roll that 3 times to generate your 3-digit numbers, or even 4-digit and 5-digit numbers.
Also in your pack, you've got a magic stick. Now, the children are familiar with these because we use them in class a lot. You've got a whiteboard pen as well, so you can write your different numbers on the front, and then Miss Hard is going to show you now in a video at how we use this in the classroom.
We always start our lessons by counting using a magic stick. As I said, in our class at the moment we are practicing our 7 times table. So let's see if we can all count using the magic stick. So 3 foot good to be.
0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84, 84, 77, 70, 63, 56, 49, 42, 35, 28, 21, 14, 7, 0.
Put your hands up if you can tell me a number that you think we don't need on the magic stick. What one don't you need? What one can you do it without?
7.
7. You don't need that. And I can ask for another number. I think we can take another number off. Alex, what don't you need?
70?
7. I think you picked some really good ones there. We definitely don't need those ones. Right, 3 foot good to be.
0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84, 84, 77, 70, 63, 56, 49, 42, 35, 28, 21, 14, 7, 0.
Right, what else can we do without? We know our 7s quite well. Cole, what don't you need?
28.
28, okay. So we'll take off 4 times 7. And Patricia?
63.
63, 9 times 7. Should we take that one off? Okay, let's see if we can manage without 7, 28, 63 and 70. 3 foot good to be.
0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84, 74, 77, 70, 63, 56, 49, 42,
7, let's take that one off. And Helen, you don't need 14 yet, I agree, we can take that one off. Should we go wild? Should we take a third one off this time? What should we take off? Riley? 42. 42. So 6, 7, 42. Lots missing now. Let's see if we can do it without all those numbers. Breathe it, go to B.
0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84, 84, 77, 70, 63, 56, 49, 42, 35, 28, 21, 14, 7, 0.
Very, very good. I'm impressed. What don't you need, Jay? 35. You don't need 35. What don't you need, Joshua? 21. 21. I think we definitely need to keep 56 on. You don't need that. Do you think we could take it off?
Yes!
Okay, right. Read it to B.
0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84, 84, 77, 70, 63, 56, 49, 42, 35, 28, 21, 14, 7, 0.
Right, I'm going to put a number back on. I'm going to put a number. I'm going to put 10 lots of 7 back on my magic stick. What number am I going to put on? Time to listen next to you. Tell me.
70.
Right. I'm going to put on 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of 7. 4 lots of 7. What number, Elsie? 28. 28 is going back on the magic stick. I'm going to put 1 lot of 7 on. That's 1 lot of 7, Shola. 7 is going back on the magic stick. I'm going to put on 1, 2, 3 7s. 3 7s, Emma.
21.
21, Diane. I'm going to go all the way down this side now. 10, 9 lots of 7. 9 times 7, Shantea? 63. I'm going to put on 6 lots of 7. Daniel? 42. We're going very quickly through these. My favourite one, don't know why I've got a favourite times table, but 7 7s. Esther?
49.
49. 8 7s. 8 7s. Sebastian? 56. I'm going to put on, in the middle, half of 70, 5 7s, half of 10 lots of 7s. What's half of 70? Evie? 35. And I'm going to put on double 7. Double 7. Jake? 14. 14. So that's our times tables, 7 times tables. If this is 0, and this is 7, who can tell me what would come here on our magic stick? Riley?
3.5.
3.5, 3.5, because the 0.5 is a half. I know where you're coming from, so you knew it was a bit more than 3, didn't you? But not quite full. So it's 3.5 or 3.5. That's 3.5. What could that number be? You can only roughly estimate. What would that number be? 7 plus 3.5. What's 7 add 3.5? Alex? 10.5. 10.5. I'm exactly in the middle here, so it's 35 plus 3.5. What would I be pointing at, Riley?
38.5.
38.5. So I'm going to ask you a question related to our magic stick, and I'd like you to show me the answer on your whiteboard. Okay, first question is, who can show me on their whiteboard double 14? Hold it up when you've got the answer, double 14. Who can show me double 14 times 10? If you are showing me 280, well done. Double 14 is 28, times it by 10 is 280. Who can tell me what half of 42 is? Times 10. Half of 42 times 10. If you're showing me 210, Diane.
Two of the online tools that we use to support maths are, so the first one is Mathletics. We use Mathletics a lot and the children are really familiar with it. We set homework tasks based on what we're doing in the classroom as well, and they can earn then their rewards that they get given during our assembly on a Friday. Another one that we use is hit the button, and this is really important for their times tables, as well as looking at doubling, halving, division facts and square numbers.
Okay, so thank you very much for tuning into our numeracy workshop. We hope you found it helpful, and we hope that you are able to use the resources to support your child at home.
Don't forget to pick up your pack that includes everything that we've talked about today.
Maths all, folks.